It was the hardest thing in the world to leave the body and to leave you. I would have suffered forever to stay with you. Hi, welcome to my Twin Soul video. I'm Janet Kate Darling, the co-author along with Philip George of The Timeless Love of Twin Souls. I'm bringing you a channeling from my husband from the other side. He's my twin soul, and it's channeled through Mary Pompeo, author of Find the Force and Be the Light. This channeling was in February of 2010. Ron passed away July of 2009. So I'll get right into the channeling. As you know, as I told you before, it had to be held up to this time so the awareness was here for you to receive it. It starts out, Mary, now let me take a breath and get in touch with Ron. I know he is here. I said, you do? Mary, every time I talk to you or hear you on the answering machine calling for an appointment, he's always right there, wanting to get through right away. Ron wants you to get some quiet time when your household is disrupted. He's kind of concerned about that. You have a heart of gold and he doesn't want you to do too much. Try and get some quiet time, even if you have to go in your room and shut the door so that he can be around you to assure you that you are building up the communication between you. He doesn't want to lose that. He doesn't want to lose ground. He wants to share with you that he's there and to build up a conversation so that you know that you're not imagining it, that it's really him, and to get a sense of what it feels like when he comes in trying to now give you some kind of physical reaction. You may either feel a breeze, a chill, or a heat sensation, something when he's close by. My daughter and my granddaughter were living with me at that time, and it wasn't easy to always have a quiet household, I guess I'd say. And I said, I feel it in my feet. I feel it right now. It comes in my feet and up my legs. Is that him? Mary says, yeah, oh my gosh, oh wow, that pleased him a lot. Apparently he's been trying to get you to feel that, and you know that it's him. Also, he puts his hands on your shoulder and his cheek right next to your cheek or ear. You may begin to feel some warmth in your cheeks or just a sense of him around that area. And I said, I feel itching in my chin a lot. Mary says, ah, that's when he's kissing you. Ron says, I kiss your cheeks, I kiss your nose, I kiss your eyes, I kiss your chin, I kiss your mouth, I kiss your ears. And I said, my ears are itching right now, it itches a lot. And he says, he felt you deserved to have felt his love. Ron said, I always knew that you were aware that I loved you, but you deserve to be loved physically more often than I had the strength to do. Now I see times when you get lonely and long for me as I long for you. At those moments, I want you to know I'm there. I'm not just in your head. I want you to feel me. I want to feel the tenderness, the love that I feel. I always loved you with my eyes, but I so much wanted to love you with my body as well. So now I come up behind you and I put my arms around you and cuddle you and say everything is going to be all right. You're going to be all right. So I want you all to be open to sensations you might feel from your loved ones. They might be reaching out for you. Be open to it. And then I said, what I want to do today is to have Ron tell me everything he possibly can about what is going on with him over there. And is there some higher part of me ever with him over there? And I said, I have a really silly question. And Ron said, there are no silly questions. And I says, I want to know if he ever sees Tramp. Ron says, he's with me right now. I go, Trampy? Mary says, yeah, is that a dog? And I go, yeah. Mary, Tramp was waiting for him when he went over. He really loves that dog. And I go, yes, they got to be buddies because they both got sick. I'd be at my store, and they were home together. I had a costume jewelry store downtown Lansing at that time. Mary said, Tramp is not a puppy. He's a dog about 1 or 2 years old. And I said, over there? She goes, uh-huh. And I said, he was 15 when he died. Mary said, he's got all his energy and playfulness back. Did he like to play before he got sick? And I go, yes. I just can't get over it. My doggie is over there with Ron. Okay, Ron, it was the hardest thing in the world to leave the body and to leave you. I would have suffered forever to stay with you. There were family members, guides, teachers, and masters that were encouraging me to go over to the other side. I said, he knew it before he died? Mary said, yes. I said, in the hospital he knew it? She goes, yeah. Ron said, I kept trying to say, no, 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 I don't want to go. Then all of a sudden I felt paws against my knees. Paws hitting me like, hey, hey, hey. And then I saw Tramp. When I saw Tramp, I knew it was all right to go. It's not like Tramp said any words to me, but he let me know that it was all right to go. Just by his energy, he let me know that I wasn't going anywhere that I couldn't come back from. I knew that I would be able to be with you almost in a better way for both of us. Tramp had been so weak and sick toward the end, and when I saw him, he had all the energy like a 1 or 2 year old dog, wagging his tail, panting with his head going up and down, and his ears were perked. He was turning around in a circle. He was so happy to see me. He was encouraging me to follow him. And I said, was this before the angel came? And Mary said, yes, because he said, where am I? And the angel said, it's just your time. When he saw Tramp, he got up to follow him, and he led Ron to the angel. And I said, did he know his children and me were standing by the bed? Mary said, yes, he knew you were there. It's part of the reason he didn't want to go. It was hard for him to go with you there. And I said, the whole family was at the hospital for him. Even my son and daughter-in-law from Massachusetts were there. Something told them exactly when to come. Mary, he wants you to know that he liked the memorial service you had for him, and people were saying such nice things about him. And Ron said, that was like waves of love washing over me. It made me feel so good. I always wished that I could make a difference in people's lives and be helpful. I was told by psychics that I would. My regret when I went over was that I had not done that. But at the memorial hearing, the people talking, I learned that I did make a difference and was an inspiration in people's lives. I had accomplished it in this lifetime. Some of the people weren't even at the service. It didn't matter. I heard them talking about me, if they were there physically or some other place. Then I added, he had high school friends from all over who knew of his passing. And Ron says, when people say a prayer for me or they think of me in a kind way, no matter what I am doing, I feel that. There is such a connection between heaven and earth. It's hard to explain it in words how strong it is. You think that we go away, but we don't go anywhere. I realized that Tramp never left me. I always thought he was up in the grass someplace. I discovered when I looked back on my life that he had been with me lying on that bed right up to the end. God, that just blew my mind that the doggy was there all that time. We didn't know it. And then Mary says, what else do you want to know? I said, did Ron lead me to the bookstore to buy all the books on twin souls I could find? She said, yes. He wanted you to understand how special it is to be with your twin soul. And Ron says, sometimes you are together with your twin soul, but you don't realize it. You just know that it's someone that you love very, very much. When you get closer to your ascension and your twin soul comes in, you help each other ascend. It's a very special relationship, and you have the actualization. You are twin souls at that time, and it's probably the last incarnation. You know you love each other with the knowledge that one of you is going to go first and one of you will be left behind. And I said, does he still want to come back to do the Tesla energy? Yes, he is very interested in that. He really does admire Nicola. And then I said, I'll do anything he wants to do as long as we're together, and there's no separation, nobody between us, and no other marriages. And Ron says, I will never come back without you. And I said, we wouldn't have any more karma to work out if we come back, would we, Mary? No, not at all. And you're also going to make your ascension in this lifetime. You both can come and go from the earth plane. You don't have to come back as being born as babies and grow up and meet. You can show up as adults that moved into town. You don't announce that you are ascended masters. You go where you know you can be of most help. And Ron says, that is what I would like to do. If Tesla himself ever decides to come back, I would come back with him and help engineers that are on the earth plane working on Tesla theories. We could help them to take that giant step to find that missing link that will make energy work into something wonderful for the world. You don't age and die. When your work is done, people think you just left town, but you went back to heaven. Once you make your ascension, you don't have to be born or die anymore. And I said, am I going to make it? And Mary says, yes, definitely. Because of you, he made it. You kept him positive through the most difficult challenge that anyone could have faced. And I said, he was more than worth it. Mary said, if you read those twin soul books, you will find almost always that man goes first and the woman is the one who helps him ascend. And I said, I read Jesus went first and Mary Magdalene was his twin soul. Mary says, yes. And I said, some books said Mother Mary was. And Mary says, no, Mary was his mother. And I said, I was Ron's mother before. Mary says, yeah, that's true. I think some books just don't understand. And I said, Mother Mary is the twin soul of Apostle John the Beloved. And I said, that was Ron's brother. My son too, wasn't it? Because Ron was James. And Mary said, it was his brother, yes. And I said, I was the mother, right? And Mary said, yes, Salome. And I said, oh my God, Mary, this sounds like outer space. And she says, I know it does, and you really have to be an advanced soul to get this kind of information. And I said, are my mother and father twin souls? Mary said, I am waiting for him to answer me. Ron, come back. I will check that out. They truly are loving soulmates. They're together right now. When you are just a soulmate, you visit each other and you're friendly with each other, but you don't stay together 100% of the time. Your mother and father are always together. That makes me believe that they are twin souls. And I said, if my dad lit one cigarette, he lit two. If he poured one glass of wine, he poured two. That's just how together they were. Mary said, oh wow. And I said, it was like they were just joined. And Mary added, what a wonderful template it made for you to find your twin soul. I said, I always thank them because they were so loving. I had a home of love, and I think that upbringing taught me to give that love to Ron. I always knew in my heart that if my dad would have been sick, my mother would have done everything for him. I thank my mother and father, and I hope they hear that. And of course, Ron added, anytime you say anything about anyone who has passed over, they feel it and they hear it. So remember that. So yes, they are hearing it. I'm very fond of both your mother and dad. You had them for your example, but your heart is pure love and you would have done it anyway. I believe that you are loving by nature. That's who you are. If the condition had been reversed, I would have done exactly the same for you. And I said, thank you. Are my mother and father ascended? And he said, yes. And I said, Ron's mother and father were divorced. Are they together? And Ron says, no, but they do see each other and they don't hold as much animosity over there as they did when they were alive. Almost the whole reason they were together was to have me. Once that was done, there wasn't any need for them to be together anymore. And I said, his mother gave him unconditional love beyond anything, and his father taught him to be independent and strong-minded. It made him what he was. His dad taught him to work hard and succeed in life. His name was Stanley. We called him Stanley Steamer. Then I said, there's a picture of us where Ron has his arm around me. He was beginning to weaken from the MS and starting to show signs of aging. In the picture, my left eye goes down and his right eye goes down. In a portrait, it shows that Kitty's left eye goes down, and I read Nathaniel had a weakened right eye from smallpox. And you're going to wonder what I'm talking about. This is a video to come in the future of a past lifetime, okay? We were Kitty and Nathaniel. In my mind, that's a twin soul trait. That's what Mary said. And you complete each other. And I said, what's he say about that? And Ron said, absolutely, together we got two good eyes. That's crazy. And Mary says, you always knew and felt when he was really suffering. And I said, yes, our auras mingled and I was aware. In some of the books I've read, it says they know what their names are over there. Can Ron tell me what our names are? No, he can't tell you that. They have different names like Azindra. And Ron says, that's all fiction. They think they know what their cosmic name is, and they really don't. They can come close to it, but they really don't have it. You don't get your soul name till you actually are there. And I says, does he like his soul name? And Mary says, yes, he likes yours too. And I said, I have some more questions. Is Ron moving the crystals? And Mary says, yes. And I said, oh, thank you, thank you. And I've got something to show you guys. I don't know if you can see this good. Can you see that good? It's a crystal with all kinds of points with a rounded amethyst in it. And I was dusting one day, and this was a present for me from Ron for our anniversary. I was bummed out it was an anniversary and I was feeling all depressed. And I saw this and I picked it up and I thought, what's that doing there? And I tried to pull it out. Did somebody glue that there? And it wouldn't come out. It is actually a rounded amethyst stuck right in there. It's no gimmick about it. It's like it grew there. Ron told me that he came for an anniversary present along with a very advanced master, and together he helped Ron to put that in there to show me that he's here. And it's impossible, I looked it up, it's impossible for crystals to grow points with a round. They don't come together. It's either round or they're pointed. It just isn't made this way. This is very unique, and it's done to show me that he is here. So I just wanted to share that with you, because that is the most special thing that he could have done for me. And Ron might be telling me in these channelings over and over how much he loves me. And I know it gets repetitive and you might get tired of even hearing it, but I love it. And it's the utmost importance to me to hear it over and over. And it assures me that it is forever. And as Ron is working very, very hard keeping our communication going and growing. And I hope it helps you guys to realize how your dearly loved ones that passed over, they're still there for you. Even our pets that pass over there visit us. Learning how much I am over there with him too helps. And while I'm sleeping and I'm visiting friends over there, it's an ultimate high for me. So hearing his remarks coming through Mary with all of this, it just makes sense. And I know in my heart, when I hear him and the little things he says, I know it truly is my Ronzi. And never doubt that your loved ones are there for you too. Love from me to you. Love and light.